Top focus amid sexual harassment allegations by prominent female actors in Mollywood. Another Malayalam actor, Meenu Munir, has levelled allegations against her fellow actors Mukesh and Jayasuriya, accusing them of sexual misconduct. Meenu Munir named them in a post on a social media platform and has also said that they were the reason why she was forced to leave the Malayalam film industry. Well, this comes in the wake of the Hema Committee report. We're learning now Meenu Munir in that post has also named some technicians working on a project with her in 2013 who verbally and physically abused her. Well, the post further said that she tried to cooperate and continue working, but the abuse became unbearable, and as a result, she was forced to leave the Malayalam film industry and relocate to Chennai. Remember, this comes even as several Malayalam movie actresses have come forward and spoken out against the sexual harassment they face at the hands of male actors in Mollywood. 7 years after the Kerala government had formed the Hema Committee report, the Malayalam film industry has been shaken by back-to-back allegations and cases that have come out, and two prominent figures, director Ranjith, actor Siddiq, had to resign from their posts amid these sexual harassment allegations. All right, we'll be getting more on that in just a bit. Meanwhile, that is the latest coming in at this point in time. Well, another case that has been reported now, actor Meenu Munir, who's also spoken to NDTV exclusively just a while back, has accused her fellow actors of sexual misconduct. She has named two actors in her post on Facebook, and also has mentioned the names of some technicians also who were working on this project with her in 2013 of verbally and physically abusing her. We'll make you hear that conversation that we've had with Meenu Munir. Let me first go across to my colleague Uma Sudhir, who's now joining us on the broadcast here. Uma, many women, of course, have shared their harrowing experiences of sexual misconduct after the Hema Committee report was made public. Now, another actor, Meenu Munir, has also named two actors in her Facebook post. We've also spoken to her, of course. We'll be playing out that chunk in just a bit, but this is really getting serious. And Meenu Munir now naming Mukesh and Jayasuriya, accusing them of sexual misconduct. How do we see this now?
2013 is when she says this incident took place, and she says that she has in fact at that time also spoken about it in a Facebook post. What I must point out is that Meenu Munir, Meenu Kurian is accused Mukesh and also several other men of physical, verbal abuse as well as sexual harassment, and that is something that she is speaking up at a time when the Kerala government, Pinarayi Vijayan's government, has constituted a special investigation team to look into the allegations being made by the women, not just in the testimonies that were given to the Hema Commission that, as you mentioned, was constituted in July of 2017, but even the allegations that are coming subsequently, all those also the special investigation team is expected to investigate. This comes at a time when Mukesh is also facing another allegation from Tess Joseph, who was a casting director for a TV reality show Kodiswaran, the same thing as Kaun Banega Crorepati. Mukesh has anchored it in the Malayalam series, and she says that at that time she was harassed by him, and she has also mentioned TMC leader Mr. Derek O'Brien, to who she had reported this particular incident, where she says when she was in a hotel in Chennai, there were advances that were made towards her. What I must point out is that while the left government is saying that they are wanting to uphold the dignity of the women, and that's the reason why they had in 2017 constituted the Commission of Inquiry, which was headed by Justice Hema, and also had veteran actors Charda as well as IAS officer Valsala Kumari. That is a very high-powered committee to which all these women have given their testimonies. Subsequently, this allegation coming up against Mukesh, who also happens to be the CPM MLA from Kollam, that will certainly add a political spin to this, because even yesterday when Mr. Ranjith gave in his resignation, he was of course chairperson of the Kerala Kalachitra Academy, which is again a government body, and the allegation allegation that V.D. Satishan, who is the leader of opposition in Kerala, had made was that the government is trying to suppress these kind of allegations and accusations that are being made, and he had also raised questions about why there was a delay of 4.5 years in the release of the report itself. The Kerala government on its side said that they are very much with the women and wanting to hear them out and ensure that justice happens, and that's the reason why yesterday this meeting happened with the Chief Minister calling in all senior officers, and then this SIT being constituted, which will now conduct a full-fledged inquiry into the allegations being made by all these women against the actors. I must point out that Mukesh had also commented on the Ranjith case, saying that justice must be done in that case, and he had also said that he also does not believe that there is any kind of a casting couch and that there could be isolated incidents that have happened. A very similar comment was in fact made by Mr. Siddiq, who was secretary of the Association of Malayalam Movie Artists, and subsequently the allegation had cropped up against Mr. Siddiq, leading to his resignation as secretary of Amma as well. Back to you.
Yes, absolutely. All right. Thank you so much, Uma, for getting us all those details there. We also have Beena Paul now joining us, member of WCC and prominent film editor. Well, remember, it was based on the WCC's recommendations that the Kerala government had set up this three-member committee that was led by Justice K Hema to look into the problems that have been faced by the women in the Malayalam film industry. Thank you so much, Ms. Paul, for speaking to NDTV. How do we see this? The Hema Committee report, of course, has been published after a long time now, after a gap of many years. There has been a long delay, and of course, the Kerala government is facing flack for that. How do we see that? How do you see these women now coming forward and the allegations that have been made by them?
You see, 7 years ago, when WCC was formed in the light of the horrendous actor abduction in Kerala, we had, WCC had at that point stated that there is a lot of stuff that is not right in the industry. There's a lot of human rights violations, there's a lot of labor law, etc. I think the government set up very fast this committee. I think the findings of the committee were rather shocking. The government sat on it for too long. And now when it has come out, it has led to this outpouring of, it's many years of exploitation, not only by actors, but by technicians, by not only of actors, but of technicians, of film directors. A lot of women are now coming out. I think this outpouring was natural. And we hope the government will take it seriously and look into not only sexual misconduct, but also other forms of violations that are happening in the film industry.
Okay, ma'am. When you read the report, the Hema Committee report, of course, it was after the group of 18 women, including you, who had asked for, measures to be brought in to make the Malayalam film industry, of course, a safer place for women. When you read the report, how did you feel about it?
You see, the report is rather mixed. One is that the report clearly sort of substantiated what we had been saying all along, that there are violations, etc. But whether the measures that have been suggested are enough, I think as people in the industry, we all have to sit together, whether it is the unions, whether it is the associations, whether it is the government, and find ways. This is and I really like to emphasize this is true of most film industry. It's a rather disorganized sector. Often rules of the land are not implemented. There is a lot of money. There's a huge money power nexus, and a lot of marginalized people get exploited. And this is what WCC has been saying right from the beginning. This outpouring perhaps is the kind of culmination of that. And we hope it doesn't remain just at this outpouring. We want to see action. Of course, the government has now formed a police committee. Police committees can do that much, but we believe that there is much more to be done, and we will continue pushing in that direction.
All right, Ms. Paul, stay with us. We also have Uma Sudhir, my colleague, who also wants to ask you a question here. Uma, please go ahead.
Bina Paul, I just want to ask you this, because everyone's been talking highly about the Malayalam film industry, the quality of cinema that comes in from there, and the Women in Cinema Collective has been saying that this is not just a problem with the Malayalam film industry. They have been brave enough to talk about the issues that are happening there, the harassment that women have faced, not just sexual, like as you mentioned, other intimidatory kind of situations as well. Do you think this is something that is peculiar only to Malayalam film industry? Because, the Hema Committee report speaks about, say, a mafia of about 15 men who are controlling this industry.
Well, certainly not. I have to tell you, a few years ago, WCC organized a conference with women from all the South Indian film industries, out of which we have brought out a report called Shift Focus, which is available online, where we have given recommendations. And all the women from all the industries said the same thing, that there is a lot of systemic problems for women to work. Not only attitudinal, but also to understand that, women are a voice in a labor force, was not really in the system, whether it is contracts, whether it is facilities, whether it is attitude, whether it is, so this certainly did not feel as if it only belonged to the Malayalam industry. It was a conference of women from all over, and we have Shift Focus, which is available online, where there are recommendations. Secondly, we have also presented to the government of Kerala. When there was talk of a cinema policy, from the gender point of view, we have presented. So these are all, I think, common experiences. Our state showed the way by setting up the committee, and that committee is now being the findings of that committee is being discussed. I think this outpouring is only natural. Women have kept quiet for too long, and we hope this is the step towards positive change.
Right, ma'am. All right. Thank you so much, ma'am, for speaking to NDTV.
Bina, one more thing. Now the latest allegation
again
being made against actor-politician Mukesh, who actually belongs to the ruling party now. Is that going to create politically uncomfortable situation for this government? What do you expect the government to do? Because there's a MLA who's been elected and he's now facing these charges as well.
I think the government has said very clearly they have set up a 7-member committee, out of which 4 are very senior women officers. I think all these will go there, and I think we have faith in this government that they will act in the best interest of the women.
All right. Thank you so much, ma'am, for speaking to NDTV and giving us your valuable time. Thank you so much. Thank you, Uma, as well, for getting us all those details there. We'll be keeping an eye on the story here. And of course, now another actor now has come forward and made these serious allegations against her fellow actors, and also technicians in that Facebook post that she shared, Meenu Munir, from 2013. And well, we do see that the Kerala government now has formed a 7-member SIT to probe into the cases and the atrocities that have been faced by the women in the Malayalam film industry. But is that enough? Or is there much more that needs to be done? Is there a need for a systemic change in the Malayalam film industry? These are questions also. These are aspects that need to be looked into. And we'll get you more on that. Meanwhile, we are shifting our focus now to some more news that we are tracking at this point in time. We'll go to that. All right. I'm being told that we had that conversation with the Meenu Munir at this point in time that my colleague Ishika had with her just a while back. Listen in.
Thank you for speaking to us on NDTV. My first question to you is that you have made some allegations, serious allegations against many, in the Malayalam film industry. If you can please explain to us as to what happened with you.
Yeah, I had a bitter experience in Malayalam film industry. Actually, I was working in abroad in legal consultancy. I came to act in De Ingotu Noike, that one movie is there. The director was Balachandra Menon, and my character was as a chief secretary. When I was acting in that movie, then I went to the toilet, in the shooting was in secretariat. So when I went to the toilet and came out, this one Mr. Jay Surya, he's a prominent actor. He hugged me from behind and kissed me without my consent. And I was so shocked, and then I ran out. Then I wanted to tell other colleagues. Then I went down. Then I was about to share this to another senior actor. That time, this Mr. Jay Surya, he came back of me and he asked me, Minu, I want to tell you one thing. Just answer me yes or no. Then I said, what? Then he said that I have an apartment over in Trivandrum. If you are interested, you can come. So you will get a lot of benefits if you be with me. I said no. Then after that, he didn't disturb me at all. And after that, again I acted in another movie. So one Mr. Muhesh, who is an MLA here. Currently, he's MLA in Kollam. And he also expressed his interest on me. He's interested, so I didn't agree for that. Then actually in Malayalam Film Amma Association, we will get a membership if we act in 3 movies. So after acting 6 movies, I contacted in Idabel Babu, who is the secretary of Amma Association. He said that you come to my flat, I will give the form. You have to fill that. So I went to his flat according to his invitation. I went there and he physically abused me there. He tried to. Then I ran from there. Then again I contacted that time. Amma president was Mr. Innocent, and I told him that I didn't get a membership in Amma association. Then he said, you contact so and so person. When I contacted there also, that time Mukesh, so-called MLA, he called me and said, what you thought about me? Without my knowledge, you could enter in Amma association. He thought, because you are not ready to share the bed, no. So you better put wax there, wax of candle, no. Put wax over there. Don't share bed to anyone. You cannot share the bed to me, no. So we will not give a membership in Amma association.
Ma'am, so
And
certainly, you're making very, certainly very grave allegations as to how you were physically abused, verbally abused,
yes,
and then even the Amma Association declined giving you
yeah,
membership even after doing 6 movies. Ma'am,
yes.
in yet another incident, we have seen that another person who has been on a powerful position, Siddiqui, in Amma Association, he has, recently voluntarily, he says that he has resigned on similar allegations. How do you see that incident as well, ma'am?
Yeah, that also, in Malayalam film industry, a lot of sexual harassment is going on, exploitation is going on. I know that many girls are telling, I have seen in online. Even I'm also witnessed. I'm also a victim, and I have 2 children. So because of the children, I had to suppress this incident. Even in 2013, I had told one channel, and that Kerala Comedy, they put that article also in one magazine that Minu is leaving Malayalam industry because she is unable to cooperate in adjustment. Then at that time also no one contacted me. What happened to you? Who abused you? No one asked me. So I just shifted from Kerala to Chennai.
So, ma'am, now the state government has said that they have formed an SIT to probe into this matter. Ma'am, how do you see this step, first of all, by the state government? Do you think it is going to reinstate the faith of victims like you to come forward and then, file a complaint?
Of course, we have to file a complaint, and all this negative influence like sexual harassment and exploitation must be eradicated. I very well know that the even minister is also supporting us. Those who all are hurted, they can come forward, and we are there to take action against them. So I trust in them, and also a full audience are there to support us for the justice. Even media is there, and also Hema Committee. Hema Committee members, they all have come forward. They all had a similar incidents with them.
Ma'am, my last question to you is that we at NDTV are in fact running a campaign over this called Safeguard Our Daughters. And just like you, there are many more victims, ma'am, across the country. The crime rates against women are increasing. But, if we talk about the action from the side of the state government or the central government, they seem to be mere assurances. So my, last question to you is that what would you like to tell the government and also to more victims like you?
To government, I wanted to tell that, like this association, no, actually all men are, they are dominating. In this situation, like this committee, ladies also, those who are educated and well qualified and well experienced, they should come forward. They should be appointed in this like this organization. Even what I want to tell the government, do not give administration to a womanizer. Example, Mukesh. He left his children and he left his wife and he married another woman. He left her also. Then he is in the MLA position. He is not worth to be as a MLA. So I want to tell the government, please appoint educated and well qualified individuals, such like this administration place. I wanted to tell, and also in like this in film field, like that Amma association, in that we have to appoint ladies also. New gen ladies. I want to know, just eradicate the senior citizen who is possessing the film industry. I heard that some drugs influence also going on in Malayalam film industry. It all has to be eradicated from the industry, not only from the industry, from our country. We have to take care of the country, and government has to, seriously take action about this. I want to tell.